Hey, this is Melaron, and this is my first commentary. The map is Invasion, and the game mode is Domination. You may know my brother, Ellen Sar. He has several commentaries that I think are pretty good, and he actually has a pretty awesome montage. So if you haven't seen Ellen Sar's channel, I would check it out. I have a few other videos as well. A tutorial on how to get penetration kills and a montage I made a long time ago. Up till now, though, I couldn't make a commentary just because I didn't have enough hard drive space. But I just bought a new hard drive and installed it, so I am good to go. Right now, I'm using a UMP with no attachments because I decided that I wasn't going to use any of my favorite weapons until level 50 this prestige. And I'll tell you why later. But my perks are Marathon Pro, Stopping Power Pro, and Ninja Pro. And Ninja Pro is definitely my favorite perk because I wear headphones like my brother, and as he said in one of his videos, it really does help you hear people coming a lot more easily because of the surround sound. I mean, you can have surround sound speakers too, but it's not, I don't know, I don't know many people who do that. So yeah, I like to have Ninja Pro because it keeps me silent so that people don't hear me when I'm sneaking up on them. And I'm usually running around back in their base with Marathon Pro, so that's a big plus. The way I play Domination is it's pretty much standard. I mean, I figure that most people play it where you capture 2 of the points and leave your enemy 1 point, and then you try and spawn camp them there. I think that's definitely the best way to do it, just because it seems to work the best. You're getting twice as many points as them. If you can keep them spawn camped, you can get quite a few kills too, so that's a bonus in points. Every now and then, you'll join a match where your enemy sucks so bad that you can take all 3 and still hold them. I've had that happen a few times, but it's pretty rare, and I think that it's definitely generally a better way to go if you just capture 2 and camp them in the other one. Of course, that's not always going to work because there's always somebody who just wants the points from capturing. So you just do what you can. Another thing that I've noticed is I believe that usually, just as a rule of thumb, the middle point in the map seems to be the one that you usually want to have. I mean, you want to have one or the other, but you usually want to include the middle map, or the middle point in the map, as one of the points that you have, just because it's not generally a good idea to have, like on this map, say, you wouldn't want to have A and C, just because then your enemies are in the middle and they can slip out, and your forces are sort of spread thin. So I don't think that that's the best way to go. Oh yeah, I told you earlier that I wasn't using any of my favorite weapons until level 50. Well, I'm trying out a new way of trying to get to the next prestige faster. What I do is I don't use any of my favorite weapons until level 50. That way I'm leveling up the actual weapons and getting experience from getting their attachments. And I think that it's worked pretty well. I've gained levels pretty fast. Because basically you get a lot of experience from getting to the full metal jackets. Once I get the full metal jackets, I don't continue with that weapon generally, just because that's 300 kills to get there, and that gets you a lot of experience. I mean, I think the first ones are about 2,000 experience per challenge, and then it goes up to 5,000, and then 10,000 once you get FMJs. And, it goes from 300 kills at FMJs to 500 kills for the next one, and I think that's a bit, that's not quite as efficient. So I just move on to the next one. And that seems to work pretty well, because if you use your favorite weapon, then you're not going to want to switch to a weapon that you're not as good at. So I just wait until I'm level 50. That way I'm still getting challenges because I really like that weapon. I can do well with it. Right here I go to work with these USPs. The USPs are my favorite handguns, and I like using them akimbo. I was going for making them my signature weapon, having the titles and the emblems and everything. But then apparently there's several other commentators who also use those. But that's okay, because I really like them. I'm going to keep using them. So, that's the deal there. Um, right here, it's just this is pretty much an ideal situation I have right here, because I have them camped right back here in A. I don't even have very many allies, so I can just run around shooting them. There's this one other guy, but he doesn't really stick around for too much longer. I think he dies, but I'm not sure. In any case, he doesn't steal too many of the kills. So, yeah, my allies are covering C and B, and I am free to come back here and spawn the heck out of them. Yeah, my setup, I usually, as far as kill streaks go, I usually use UAV, counter UAV, and Harriers. I really like the UAV and counter UAV setup because it helps the team and myself, and it gets you points and you get it a lot. Plus, it annoys your enemies a lot if they can't ever use their UAV a lot of the time. And then, of course, if you happen to go up to 7 kill streak, then there you go, you have some Harriers. Although, I have used Predators before. My brother Elensar, he actually goes for nukes a lot of the time, and he's actually pretty good at it. I mean, he won't get it all the time. I mean, sometimes he tries so hard that he doesn't have much luck. I mean, that's true in all cases. But I think that he's pretty good at it because he knows how to stay alive. My strategy is, as you can see, mostly run around. In Domination, I don't usually pay attention to my death count. Because it doesn't really affect the team if I die. I mean, in Team Deathmatch, I'll be careful, but in Domination, I generally run around trying to get as many kills as possible, with very little care for my own health. But yeah, see right here, the enemies, they've taken all 3 of the points, so now I'm free to just run around and capture A with these guys here. We captured B as well, so that's why you don't usually want to capture all 3 of them. Okay, so I'm trying to see what else should I say. I don't think that there's a whole lot more that I can say in this video. I think I went a bit over time. I may have to speed up the end of this by 30 seconds or so. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some more commentaries. I'm going to be doing some commentaries with my brother, some dual commentaries, so you can look for that. I think they'll be pretty interesting because he's figured out how to do a split screen so that it can show both of us. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Right here, I run around with this UMP even though I know it only has 3 bullets, but sometimes I can get a little cocky. Usually I get put in my place, but that time I got lucky and picked up this ACR and just came back here. It's actually pretty fun if you haven't ever tried it to kill an enemy and then immediately pick up his weapon, run around, kill another enemy, and then pick up his weapon and just keep going and going and going. I actually find that to be pretty fun. So if you haven't tried that, I would suggest you try it just to see what it's like. Alright, so I think that that's pretty much all I have to say. I would prefer not to just drag on about nothing for the rest of this video. So maybe I'll get a shorter video with some better gameplay next time. But that is my first commentary. So please rate and comment. If you have any questions or comments, I'll get back to you. I'll read them and reply. So thanks for watching. Later.